Hi everyone and welcome back to Rachel's Enchanting Cakes. Now for today's tutorial we're going to be making this stunning cupcake bouquet. Perfect for a beginner baker using just 4 different piping nozzles. I'm going to show you how to assemble these very popular cupcake bouquet boxes. We are going to pipe each cupcake individually in great detail. If you just want to learn how to pipe one of them, simply skip to it using the transcript. As always, everything you need to know in a simple, to the point format. Happy baking everyone. I really do hope I help you again today. And let's make a start. For our first flower, the chrysanthemum, you will need a Wilton piping tip number 81. It has this simple U shape on there and we will be able to create the stunning flower using just this single piping tip. For my buttercream recipe, I will leave a link in the description below this video. Now, I am only going to be using this raspberry colour and a green colour for all of the cupcakes. I simply turn it different shades for each flower just by adding a bit more white buttercream to some of the pink. Now this piping nozzle is not essential because you can just cut the end of a bag, but you do want to use a coupler if you have one. This just means we can change the piping tips very easily. Start by placing it inside a glass. Wrap the disposable piping bag around the outside. This is the best way to fill them up, and then add some of that beautiful raspberry pink buttercream directly to the centre. Now this is how you want all of your piping bags to look. They want to be about half full. Take your time adding the buttercream just to prevent air bubbles. It means you've got full control. We now want to take a freshly baked cupcake and just give it a little bit of protection. So for this, I'm going to simply be coating it with a small amount of my buttercream. Again, the recipe for this can be found in the description below this video. The reason I do this is because towards the end, I'm going to be doing something just a little bit different to prevent damage to the actual flowers whilst adding them to that cupcake box. So I want to protect this cupcake as much as possible from the air. Start by piping a small blob of your pink buttercream directly in the centre of the cupcake. I now need to switch piping tips. Remember, if you don't have a round piping tip, you just cut the end off a piping bag so you won't need to do this. But with these couplers, it just means we can now add a fresh piping tip that's clean directly onto the end. You simply screw it back into place because we are going to be using the same colour. We are now going to start piping the chrysanthemum. You want the U section of the actual piping tip touching the base. Simply squeeze and gently as you go up, just stop squeezing and pull away. You want to cover the centre, so we wanted to raise this centre up on purpose just to give the flower effect. Simply go around this section first and in between adding each individual petal. Sometimes it can be a good idea just to refrigerate. Remember, we've added that protective layer of buttercream, but by refrigerating, it will help you prevent accidental damage to the flower. So we then repeat this again for a few more layers with the pink before we add some white buttercream. Now the buttercream used around the side is exactly the same as the one on the cupcake, but due to all the shadows it does start to look a little bit yellow. I guarantee it isn't because I have used the white buttercream. It's just the way the light and the shadows are hitting each petal because these are used in the rose as well as the Russian piping tips where they look an awful lot more white. But simply go around the outside using the same technique and then just leave this cupcake to one side whilst we make the others. We are now going to make a two-toned rose using a very popular piping tip, the Wilton 2D nozzle. This is very, very, very simple to achieve, and I'm going to show you how to do it in detail. If you remember what I said at the beginning of this tutorial about only using two colours, so the Raspberry Pro Gel Pink and a green. Because I'm wanting a lighter rose, all I have done is put some uncoloured buttercream into a bowl, and then I simply add a very small amount of the pink. Mix this in, and this will give you a much lighter shade. But again, we've only gone and used two colours throughout this whole tutorial. So if you don't have many professional food colourings in your set just yet, this is one tutorial that you can do using just two different colours. I have added the piping nozzle to a disposable piping bag just like we did with the previous one and wrapped it over a glass. Now for that two-toned effect, using any colour that you choose, this is the pink that I've just made up, you simply want to add a coating all the way around the outside edges of the piping bag. Once you have done this, we will then be filling the centre with another colour, and that's how you create a two-toned rose. So just go all the way the inside edges of this piping bag with the colour that you have just made up first. I'm choosing to add white to the centre as I want a real subtle pastel-like rose colour, but obviously you can use any colour you want. You'll notice here that I am pushing down the buttercream. This is just to help get rid of any air bubbles, because the last thing you want whilst you're piping is for there to be an air bubble stuck in there, and then too much buttercream can come out all at once and it can leave it in a little bit of a mess. So do take your time and take care whilst filling up your piping bag. So again, the piping bag is only half full, so we have full control. Now for the green, I've used a Wilton food colouring. This is leaf green. I've made it a dark green like you can see on the right hand side of the screen. And then just like we did previously with the pink, I've added some white buttercream just to give it a lighter shade. But we will use both of these shades in our cupcake bouquet. So for the rose cupcakes, I covered each one with this lovely green shade. In total, I did 3 rose cupcakes and 2 chrysanthemums. Now this again, it will act as a barrier. It will protect the cupcake again for what we're going to be doing a little further on down the line. But once we've added that rose, if the rose doesn't completely go to the edges, it's a natural colour that is coming through. So completely coat your cupcake, and then we are going to add that stunning, simple rose. This footage has been slowed down, starting in the centre of the cupcake and squeezing the piping bag evenly. All you need to do is go around in a circular motion. Now this is harder when the cupcake is laid flat, which I have had to do in order to get this on camera. However, I would recommend holding the cupcake in your hand, in your left hand if you are right-handed with the piping, and then placing it at an angle, and you will find this an awful lot easier to pipe. It is a very simple technique to do. It is a stunning rose. And once you have got the hang of this, I'm sorry my hand keeps on getting in the way, but you get the idea. It is very, very easy to make. For our final cupcake, we will be using 2 piping nozzles. Now these are very popular. It doesn't matter which one you have in your collection. It's the ones where you get a pattern on the top. This is a rose flower, but again it doesn't matter which one you have. Alongside this, I'm using the Wilton 349 leaf nozzle. This is a very, very tiny leaf, and it's just going to add those perfect finishing touches. In order to create a two-toned effect with a patterned tip, what you need to do, you do need to repeat what we did for the rose. So we're going to be adding some white buttercream to the inner edge of the bag. However, it needs to be a lot thicker. If you look at the pattern on whatever tip you are choosing to use, I'm wanting the first few petals on the outer edge to be white, whilst the rest on the inside are pink. So in order to do this, I need a thick layer of buttercream just to cover enough of this piping bag so that that will happen when I pipe. I then simply fill the centre with that stunning hot pink buttercream. Remember what I mentioned about pushing this down, making sure that the piping bag is no more than half full so you have full control. And this way, by pushing it down and taking your time, you're helping to release any air. Now, the cupcakes have been covered just like we did with the rose. I then start in the centre and you simply squeeze gently and pull away whilst you stop squeezing and just look at what it leaves behind. Now, if you wanted to, you can place these closer together. Don't worry if any of those petals move, because as we refrigerate, they will simply go back into place. And if you do leave a few too many gaps, again, don't worry. We're going to add a few leaves to this just afterwards, but it looks so effective. I also want you to remember whilst you're doing this that no flowers are ever perfect. We're not about creating perfect flowers, but this does look very beautiful. And as you can see, out of all of the flowers we have piped so far, this is probably the quickest and the easiest. So then I simply go round, I add a few more, and then I'm going to show you how to add the leaves. And finally, we're going to add everything to that cupcake bouquet box. So using the leaf tip and that darker green, you simply want to go in between each of the flowers and gently squeeze and pull away. Add as many of these as you want to. What you then want to do is add all of your cupcakes that you have piped to the freezer. I use an airtight container, but they are protected with the buttercream. This is for the next step when we add them to the cupcake bouquet, as it will help prevent any damage to your flowers. But how stunning does that look? Let's assemble the box. So this is exactly what you're going to get. This will be to hold your cupcakes, and it will be a piece of plastic, and then obviously we have the box that we need to put together. Start by placing it upside down and put down the main flap. The edges are slightly different, so follow this tutorial exactly, and then you simply clip them into place at the bottom just like so. Now we're going to need some ribbon in order to pull all of this together. So once it's clipped in place and I turn it the other way around, I'm just going to roughly show you where the ribbon will need to go. It's going to be going there just around the rim. So if I just pull it in with my fingers, you get the idea. So the ribbon will hold all of that into place, but we do need to do something else first before we apply the ribbon. So I have not tightened up this ribbon, but it's just helping hold this in place. But as you can see, this is where we need to get the cupcake holder in. That's why we have to do this first, because we want some cellophane under it. So I simply placed my cupcake holder in the middle of the cellophane to get a rough idea of the size. I didn't measure this or anything, and then I simply cut it away. You can use patterned cellophane, but cellophane is the best thing to use. You then simply want to place this directly in the top. Once you have pushed it in and neatened it up, that's when you tighten up the ribbon and you simply fasten the bow. It really is that easy to put together. It's not difficult, and I found by using a little bit of double-sided sticky tape on the inside, it helped prevent the cellophane from touching the cupcake. Remember, all these cupcakes are frozen. they will not go dry. They haven't been in the freezer for long, but it helps prevent damage to the buttercream. If this was for a customer, I would have also added a small amount of buttercream to the actual plastic cupcake holder. How beautiful but simple was that to make? Perfect for any celebration, especially Mother's Day, and excellent if you are new to piping, because the flowers that have been done on here are so simple and easy to achieve. Happy baking, everyone, and I will be back soon with an awful lot more new, completely free content.